let's talk about the mouth. Now the mouth, if we measure halfway from the chin to the nose, okay, that's halfway. The mouth is actually above that a little bit. Now what you want to be careful of when making the mouth is that you have enough room for that depression right under the chin there. Okay, so there should be a little part that kind of scoops under the bottom lip. So you have chin and then that little scoop part and then the lips. Okay, so we're going to leave space for that. I'm just going to smooth this out. So here's halfway. I'm going to go up a little bit and then I'm going to make a deep cut, and it goes from center of the eye to center of the eye. That's how big the cut is, and again I make it really deep. Now if I turn it from to the side here, I'm going to do a V cut. So I'm going to cut in here at an angle, and I'm going to cut from the top at an angle too. Now when you look at this first, you're like, oh my gosh, that looks horrible. Okay, but once you start pushing the clay around the mouth, it starts to look better. So let's start by underneath that bottom lip. I'm going to take my small tool and just push underneath the bottom lip. Underneath the bottom lip here. Pinch kind of like the bottom jawline here. Just kind of pinch it together. And you start to see that bottom lip really come out. Okay? Sculpting it from the side is really helpful, so you can see that depression from the chin to the bottom lip. Okay, so I push that down underneath the bottom lip, and then I'm going to come above the top lip and kind of create brackets. So coming off the nostril of the nose here, I'm going to push down, coming off the nostril of the nose here, push down, and kind of push around the top lip. And then to kind of, if I want to thicken these lips, I'm going to take my tool and push it in there. I might push in the bottom lip a little bit, got a little far out. If you're noticing, that usually means that the mouth part is sticking out too far forward, and you'll have to take your fingers and kind of just push it inward. But I'm going to push this in here. At the corner of the mouth here, I'm going to push the bottom lip in a little bit more. Okay, thicken up that top lip, push around the top lip here. Okay, and you should, if I bring this even closer, okay, you see the lips because of that kind of V cut. Okay, that's the way you see lips. Okay, it's not just a line cut in there, it's actually this kind of notch, this V that's cut in there. And that's how the lips look. Now this person is supposed to be a bit younger, so I'm going to kind of smooth over these deep cuts that I made, and that'll help them look more youthful. Okay, when you have a lot of kind of cracks in there, it makes a person look a lot older. So make sure you smooth this out really well, because this person's supposed to be like in their 20s, not their 50s like I've got them. Okay, but if you get done and they look like they're in their 50s, you're still okay. Okay, to make them look happier, I'm going to push up on the cheek. I'm going to push right on the corner of the lip, and it kind of acts just kind of like skin. They start to get happier. I'm just going to push the corners of their mouth up like that. Starts to make them look happier. Now if I get too sunken in on the cheeks here, it makes them look a little dead. Just fill it in with some more clay. Okay, because we want to make them look nice and young. Okay, the mouth is looking pretty good at this point. You can continue to kind of open up their mouth by pushing down on the lips here, kind of revealing the teeth. Spread the bottom lip around, because that's going to tighten as they smile. And continue to look at the picture because that's where all the information, that's where all the visual information is. Okay? Next, I'm going to take a look at the ears and show you how to sculpt the ears.